Hey everybody, so this is kind of a news video, if you will. We're a little late, but Jessica and I have been so busy that I'm just now getting to really talk about this. I've talked about it with Justin, I've talked about it with Jessica, but basically Marvel was busy, and from what I gathered, they had their Q2 meeting and they were talking about how, yeah, production is slowed down, but we are still on the drawing board coming up with new ideas. We're still planning for future phases and more content. And they kind of mentioned that they may be working on a Ghost Rider project. And Ghost Rider is my favorite character. I figured, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I plan on doing a companion video about this, centering around Marvel Spotlight number 5, my goals for that and what I think about that book. But for now, we're going to just look at Ghost Rider as a project. Now, I have not read most of these articles I'm about to show you guys. I saw one headline break, and then I was on Chino's Comics and More, and of course, Reggie Collects. I was in all these live streams, and of course, people are hyped. People are talking about these news presses, so I've kind of just got to hear it vicariously. So we're going to sit down and we're going to read these articles. We're going to see if anyone has an idea of whether this project is a TV show, a movie. Does anybody actually know? Let's see what they're reporting. According to the MCU, Marvel Studios is developing a Ghost Rider project. They're claiming it would not follow Robbie Reyes' version, which almost had its own Hulu version or series. There's no info on this, if this will be a Disney Plus or a featured film, so I've heard most of this stuff. As I mentioned before, Robbie Reyes' Ghost Rider was introduced in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I still haven't seen, and had a reoccurring role in the series. It was after that Marvel Studios offered a spin-off role, or series, guys, I can't read tonight, it's late, for the character that would have been on Hulu. However, that was shelved. If you're wondering about continuity, we got you covered. Since both Ghost Rider characters, Robbie and Johnny Blaze, both exist in that universe, Marvel Studios have already confirmed that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is separate from the MCU. No, I don't know why. Please tell me. Anyway, so nothing new gained from here. From everything I've heard, how do I want to say this? That Marvel really wanted to use Johnny Blaze in their universe, so, you know, there was tension with the Hulu series. Is that drama? Is that actual credit? I don't know. But I've heard differing opinions on this. At the end of the day, I own one issue of the Robbie Reyes series, so I'm not super upset that it got canned. I would have watched it. I would have probably thought it was cool. But either way, I've heard that Marvel wants Johnny Blaze, so that doesn't actually surprise me. So let's see what this one says. Rumor Marvel developing Ghost Rider, Ironheart, and Secret Wars. Not Secret Warriors. My brain just stopped in the middle of that word. The Marvel landscape got a big shakeup last year when Marvel Studios' boss got upgraded to chief creative. Yeah, that's true. With the Marvel television division now also brought under control, Marvel's movie and television sides can now finally share continuity for the first time. This meant that more production based on and fully yada yada. Not that I want to skip over everything they say, just that I want to get to the point. So it's quite possible that nothing could come of any of these, even if the sources are totally on the money. Some of them make a lot of sense, though, especially the potentially big one, Ghost Rider. This new adaptation will have nothing to do with the adaptation in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., nor with the separate Ghost Rider series that had been announced for Hulu, but then subsequently shelved. Both of those shows were under the now defunct Marvel television division. According to this, the new adaptation would be part of the MCU, and could be either a movie or a TV series. It's also claimed that the adaptation will not feature Robbie Reyes, the more modern version of the character. That probably means I want to go back to the OG. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Danny either, but it makes sense to go back to Johnny. There's you guys a little bit of backstory. So again, nothing, no one quite knows what exactly they're going to do with this project. Let's see what these guys have to say. Much was said about Ghost Rider in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and recently a new media outlet revealed new details about the possible project. Will it be a movie or a series? Apparently, quarantine is not an impediment, for Marvel Studios to march forward with surprising and ambitious ideas that will delight fans. According to a new report from the Direct, the studio is planning to carry out a movie or television series for Ghost Rider. Fans have been waiting a long time for the character. In just over a decade, Marvel Studios managed to consolidate a movie empire with the help of its comic book-born heroes. Since the appearance of Iron Man, the company has... Is that what that movie was called? Iron Man, the Iron Man? Okay. The company has managed to fill its pockets, yada yada. Ghost Rider's next on the list. Will there be a new project on the way? Ghost Rider already had the opportunity to appear, yada yada, yada yada. Yada yada. The latest adaptation had better reception, and many fans continue to call for actors to return in the role. There's no certainty about whether it will be a movie. Robbie Reyes will not be the character, but Johnny Blaze could never return. Was there ever a female Ghost Rider? There had also been talking of a movie with a female protagonist, but for the moment, we have to wait. Like, I'm certainly not against women superheroes, but I'm just curious if there was ever a female Ghost Rider. I know recently they did that. I missed the event, but there was something where there was like a bunch of different Ghost Riders. So, but I can only think of Robbie Reyes, Johnny Blaze, and Danny Ketch. I'm sure there's more, you know. I'm sure there's a long lineage of characters, and I just haven't got to read about them. So if you guys want to fill me in on that, feel free. Because sadly, I have not got to do as much reading as I want to. I know the lore can get pretty deep with the Ghost Rider. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody knows. So it's going to be exciting to see if it's going to be a movie or a series. Of course, I'm hoping if you do it, you might as well do it big and give them a movie. I don't really want to see a TV show if we can have a movie. And everybody's calling for the Midnight Suns, which we'll talk about in a later video. But yeah, my opinion is I want it to be a movie. I might do more videos after I put more thought into, like, who do I want the villain to be? Who do I want to be playing Ghost Rider? What's my opinion on some plot ideas they can do? I might do more of those videos later on. I don't think they're really going to have time to... I just with quarantine and social distancing, I don't think this project is going to be made anytime soon. So we'll have plenty of time to discuss that. But I don't really want this to be too long of a video. So let me know what you guys thought down below about Ghost Rider getting announced for a project. What do you think it is? TV, series? Who should play him? What iteration? Everyone is saying Johnny Blaze, so I'm probably going to lean Johnny Blaze. But what iteration of Ghost Rider do you think we'll get? Just all those questions. Let me know down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.